going on YouTube? It's your boy Trinity Wolf, and well, finally welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, episode 6. Now, as you guys know, from the thumbnail obviously, I am trying the new NEOS support in this duel. The one thing I will say right off the bat was, I got cheated out of this round 1. In game 3, I'll go over it, he definitely slow played me, and because it is ×5 speed right now. And when it gets to the part where he slow plays me, I'll let you know, because I'm like, look, this is ×5 and it's still taking a minute. But anyway guys, if you're new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button. We're on the reach halfway there towards 1K, and hit the thumbs up button for me, and leave in the comment down below, what do you think about the new NEOS support? So now, one thing I will say, Ultimate Slayer is the MVP of today. That card is absolutely insane. I recommend you guys pick it up while you can, because even though it's like 50 now, I guarantee that card is gonna be at least $100. So pick up your copies of Ultimate Slayer while you can. So as you can see, but I'll talk about with the match. So what's going on is my opponent is playing branded tier elements, so I knew I was gonna see a lot of the new stuff, and this was actually a pretty decent matchup against my opponent. He kept breaking a lot, and it was kind of funny, I was breaking a lot. So in game 1, he actually gets me here because of the Winda, and he's basically gonna take the game here, because being able to summon Winda during your opponent's turn is absolutely insane. So he's gonna take the win here. But yeah, most of our games we were going just back and forth, but luckily for me, I had hand traps for when he was gonna pop off. So yeah, as you can see, he's going for the Boral Sword, and going into game 2, I'm going second again. So I ashed the Jester, and then he just set 2 past. Well, I guess set 3. So let's see, what do I open up here? This is I'm recording me talking about it a day after. So what sucked was, after I ashed the Jester, I actually ended up just passing my turn, and then when his turn happened, because I bricked so bad, so I literally used the instant contact, tributed Malicious face down, and as you can see, we're going back and forth. I activate Engage, send his cost. He actually had a response, I believe, and I TTT to draw 2, miracled for absolute 0, and he waited for me to get into battle phase to activate Super Poly, and just ended up wiping his board anyway. And then I used Malicious just for defense and passed my turn. There's a lot of just going back and forth. He kept talking about how much trouble he had against the absolute 0, and I'm just like, if you just try to, I don't know. I didn't know how to like respond. I'm like, I don't know why you super polyed it away. You literally super polyed it away just to blow up your board. Like, I don't know why. You should just took the hit and just see if you could have dealt with it next turn. So yeah, I believe I can't. Sorry, because this tournament was Sunday. I edited this whole video the same night, and then I'm recording me discussing the duels the day before. As you can see, this is when I start to take over. I swing for a lot of damage, and then pretty much once Dark Law hit the board, he pretty much scooped after that. So then on to game 3. This is honestly where I get cheated out of my win. Like, I kept saying, like, I sometimes I wish it was like a more major event, because I would have definitely, don't get me wrong guys, I would have definitely have called for a judge for slow playing me. But he kept saying he could like break my board or whatever, but I'm like, you don't need to break my board, you're ahead of me in life. Like, because I'll just get on ahead of it. Like, we were kind of going back and forth just a little bit, but once I took over the board, there was nothing he had left. Like, I had Plasma, DPE, Sunrise. There was absolutely nothing he could do. So as you can see, I engage here. I get the Spirit NEOS, add the Polymerization. He actually negates the Spirit NEOS, and he gets shuffled back in. So it kind of left the instant contact a little dead in my hand, but you know, I can still make a fusion monster, so that always helps. He negated the Vion with Dragostapelia. I make the instant contact. Made Flame Wing Man, and I fused it away for Sunrise, I believe, here. And by the way, the far right, as you can see on my opponent's field, that is actually Masquerade. So I am actually taking, this is where I lose in time, because I am taking 600 damage per every card effect I'm activating. So my life points get very, very low. And if it literally wasn't because of that, I would have also won this game also. But I use Fusion Destiny to make Phoenix because I'm like, I need to go for game. And then I swing, I get rid of his board so that way I can... And what's funny is he misplayed too, because he had Branded Opening in his grave and he never chose to use it. And that's what also made me upset. I'm like, I'm like, you're literally making mistakes, and then because of your mistakes, you also want to try to slow play me. Like, that also made me very upset. And then as you can see, I basically get rid of the whole board here, and then I start my main phase 2. I wanted to get Plasma on the field because I know what it does against Branded. Because I play Branded Heroes, so I already know what like a skill drain effect would do. So instead of, I use Denier's effect to actually put the malicious. I mean, I used the Denier to put Plasma back on top of the deck, and then I use Cross to search for the Plasma because I didn't use Cross to search yet. So then I have Plasma Sunrise DPE. He tries to swing over Plasma, but he's losing so much attack. And I wish I didn't explain how much, because I wish I would have realized how much time was going on here. Because I was trying to explain to him like multiple times, like, dude, you're losing this much attack. And then this is, it's times 5 speed right now. And as you can see, he's just really going slow. You know, he's just trying to say he has plays that he can break the board. That card's effect is negated. He's basically just making plays to stall for time, and that's literally not cool. And then look, he's taking, it's times 5 speed, by the way. Look, he's looking in his extra deck for a monster to fusion summon, and then time is basically called like around this point right here, and then I was like, okay, well, if that's the way you want to win, whatever, dude. So I gamed round 2. This was actually going to be a very short duel. Unfortunately, my opponent had to leave because of an emergency. So if you're watching this, I hope everything is going well. I'm not going to spew all your whatever was going on YouTube, but I hope everything's all right. I'm sorry you had to leave the duel, but it would have been very fun because, you know, it was Cyber Dragons versus Heroes, and that's always a fun duel. But yeah, basically what happens in this match, you know, Cyber Dragon does Cyber Dragon things, up and up, no hand traps. So, you know, he's going for this basic plays. You know, you use the Galaxy Soldiers and make Infinity, and then he actually opened up the trap, which was really cool. So because when he set a face down, I'm like, that's either Impermanence or the trap card. But anyway, he had to give me the win. So this game, round 3, game 1. This one's also very short. Because of me feeling like I got cheated out of round 1, I wasn't gonna let anything slide. So my opponent is actually playing, what was he playing? He kept talking about he didn't want to see Darklaw like at all, but because he knew I was playing Heroes. But then he lets me go first. I'm like, you don't want to deal with Darklaw, but then you make me go first, so I did not. So I don't know if he was just trying to trick me into making me make Darklaw, thinking I would, you know, that he could just get around it, and I just made it for no reason. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll make Darklaw fine. So I opened up the Hero Lives. Unfortunately, I had to ditch Plasma for Ferris, but I pretty much just sit on Darklaw DPE with Wonder Driver on the field, because that's a pretty good board to sit on when going first, because I didn't open up any of the NEOS stuff, because I definitely would have set up you know, the contact with making Shining Don't worry, you guys. You will see Shining Neos. It's just, unfortunately, rounds 2, well, 1 through now, unfortunately, it didn't get to happen because 2 of my games got cut short. So unfortunately, I'm sorry that 2 of my games out of the 5 rounds got cut short. But you will see the Shining Neos, I promise. But as you can see, I set 3. One of them's mass change, obviously. One of them was... I think I actually reset Miracle. So he activates Dry... Yeah, he was playing Drytrons, that's right. So I activate the mass change to make Dark Law. He special summons his monster. I actually searched for Spirit Neos. I actually wish I was playing Honest Neos. I wasn't playing Honest Neos, which you guys will see the deck profile for that. Maybe not tomorrow, but the day after. And then he actually proceeds to Dark Ruler no more my board. Because I guess he wanted me to make the Dark Law first in order to Dark Ruler. So he Dark Rulers. I respond with Imperm on his monster, and then I activate DPE to get rid of his monster, because Dark Law will still be active at this time. So his monster gets banished. He TTTs to look at my hand. He gets rid of the Ultimate Slayer. I think he really probably should have just drew 2 cards, because I guess he needed the gas, because I actually asked him what column the TTT was in because of Imperm, and then he actually moves the next card he activates where Imperm was, and then he was like gonna try to move it. I'm like, I'm sorry, like I'm not gonna let that slide, man. So yeah, as you can see, he literally moved it for a second, and then he actually just ends up giving me the round. He's like, you know what, you can just have it. And I was like, you sure? Like, I mean, that was just game 1. You don't have to give me the whole round because of something like that. I'm like, I'm just not gonna get cheated out, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, this is round 4, game 1. I am playing against, I think it was just pure branded, I believe. I didn't see any other types of, you know, stuff. So I go second, of course, because I chose to go second. I don't think I won the dice roll, but either way, I was gonna go second regardless. I open up no responses. Basically, just sits on Mirror Jade, and as you can see, that's pretty much the board: Mirror Jade and Masquerade with I believe a set branded in red. Yeah, just a set branded in red and pass. My opponent was not playing any hand traps, so it was just a new build, I guess, just nothing but gas. But what do I open up here? I believe I actually lose this one. I think I lose round 1. So yeah, I'm going for my typical hero plays, get the increase, Vion, send Shadow Mist, search for Liquid, and I'm taking 600 for all this, by the way. I forgot to, normally I leave my phone on the other side so you can see how much life points are at the time, but for some reason I wasn't thinking about that this tournament, so I didn't think I was going to be playing Despia as much, so I was burning for 600 life. As you can see, he activates the Brennan Red. I actually, thanks to Liquid Soldier, I actually drew Called by the Grave, so I actually really got to break the board here, and then I was able to proceed with my Link plays. But my board is going to get wiped because of Mirror Jade, because I actually honestly forgot about that card, and I deal with it quite a bit. So I was just going to just try to get as many resources back in my hand as quick as possible. So I activate Engage, get Neos on the field, because I know he's going to die. Because I have, I believe I had, I honestly can't remember if I didn't see it. I don't think Flame Wingman was in the grave. I don't see it, but we got Neos in grave, so that's all we needed. But I do have the Spirit Neos in my hand to protect myself. And I unfortunately was playing, and I was too low on life to really be able to protect myself. And I forgot Mirror Jade was a quick effect to banish, and that was pretty much game 1. And that's why I lost. So game 2, this is where this is where the fun begins. This is when we get to shining the Neos out. So opponent goes first. Open up. Oh, it had the patchwork and then the feel spell, just, you know, just the nuts. So there goes the first Masquerade. I wish I opened up hand traps, you know, stopping branded and all that stuff is just, so it's basically the same board again, Mirror Jade and Masquerade. So I open up Super Poly, so I paid 6 for that. So this is basically where the hurt starts to begin. The only thing that sucks about playing Super Poly is like we can't go into Cross Crusader, which really sucks. But I basically get to go in because my cost was Shadow Mist. I searched for Liquid Soldier, and I summon Vion, send Neos to the grave, activate Polymerization, Sunrise, you know, get the miracle, draw 2, discard 1, activate instant contact, we summon the flame wingman, and then we miracle fusion. Actually, we attacked. I don't know why. I don't know why I decided to attack. Fusion Destiny for the because then the Mirror Jade too, because it left the field and everything's gonna get wiped. So I made Phoenix, so I could have something on board during his turn. I wish I would have just, because I don't know, because I didn't know my opponent wasn't playing hand traps at the time, so I was kind of afraid of Nibiru. So I just wanted to have some backups just in case, but I should have just went for lethal. But when Mirror Jade wiped the board, I had a Stratos in hand, so I got DPE with Wonder Driver's effect. So I summoned the Stratos, I used the Stratos to search for Spirit NEOS. And then basically, I think I take some damage here a little bit, I think. No, the Spirit NEOS actually protects me, because he was going to use Mirror Jade to just banish the DPE, because I wasn't going to activate its effect. I'm like, I'm just going to wait for you to do it. So I popped the Mirror Jade, and then he declares attack. I take the first one for increase. This is where I messed up, because I forgot I was only playing 1 copy of Vion, because this stuff is so new and there's so many ways to get polymerization. I was just trying 1 Vion, and I'm gonna probably change it back to 2. But as you can see, the increase is just sitting there now because it does tribute as cost, and I couldn't resolve the effect. So, and then the board gets wiped because of Mirror Jade. Instant contact for Air NEOS, you guys, for Air NEOS. But he, unfortunately, he doesn't stay there for very long, because I wanted to make Shining NEOS, who was gonna wipe. He basically just destroys the entire board. And my opponent used Branded in Red to add the, I think, one of the Despia cards back to his hand and not Fusion Summon, because it didn't matter, because whatever comes out will just get destroyed anyway. And then I just proceeded to attack for game, because Spirit, he was so big, like he had so much attack, like it was nuts. But anyway, guys, basically I lose this because I honestly forgot about Floodgates. So he goes first again and just opens up the pretty much the same combo, but what kills me is the there can only be one. Once I summoned Vion, and because I wasn't playing Bane, so I wasn't going to search for Bane, and once I activated Polymerization, there goes the there can only be one, and I pretty much lose that. But anyway, guys, so here comes the final round. Final round. I'm playing against Marincess. There were people playing sprites, and I just didn't run into them. So I wish I did, because I really want to learn how the deck functions. Sorry. But yeah, Marincess, I mean, not Marincess, God, sorry. Exo Sisters, that's what this deck is, sorry. Right? Exo Sisters? Yeah. Not Marincess, I'm so sorry. Exo Sisters, this deck is absolutely insane. Like, it just makes me not want to touch my graveyard at all. But I wish I could explain more on what the cards did, because I was kind of trying to read and learn them as I go. But I just know I imperm that one because I believe it was going to search him a spell or trap, and I couldn't remember if they had like a counter trap or not, so I was like, yeah, I'd rather not deal with a counter trap. So then the boss monster is actually pretty good, and then there's 2 face downs. Unfortunately, I lose this game pretty quick because I opened up 2 Shadow Mists, Malicious, and I really needed that Stratos to go through to combo off. And he makes, he does some more plays. One of the Exo Sisters is able to attack twice, and that pretty much just kills me. But game 2 changes all. Game 2 will change. So on to game 2. I go first this time because I was like, I don't want to deal with not having to deal with my graveyard. So I open up Vion, send Shadow Mist, search Poly. You already know the wham shabam. Sunrise, do the standard, get the miracle, draw 2, discard. Fortunately, I didn't get to use Crosskeeper at all this tournament, and it's just because the only ways for you to really get them is open them up or Reinforcement of the Army, and I never saw either one of them. So as you can see, I got the Flame Wingman engrave. We use Cross. What do we get here? Yeah, we got our Denier. Because I actually, no, I didn't get Denier. I changed my target because I forgot I had Fusion Destiny in hand, so I was like, let me get Plasma instead. But I used Malicious, make the Wonder Driver. I believe I make Wonder Driver. Yeah, make Wonder Driver, activate the Fusion Destiny. And this is where I messed up, because I sent Denier. And yeah, no, I did right. Because I shouldn't have searched for the Denier. That's why I put the Denier back, because it's great, because now you can get NEOS in the grave with Fusion Destiny as well. So it's really, really awesome. So now, as you can see, Flame Wingman and NEOS are both in the grave. So I'm pretty much set up to make Shining NEOS Wingman on the following turn. I'm pretty sure once people are more aware of how powerful. Oh yeah, and then I had a Dimensional Barrier, and I called XCs once 2 Exo Sisters hit the field, and I was like, yeah. And then I can't remember everything else that was gonna happen. He sets 4, and during the end phase, when Fusion Destiny is gonna resolve to destroy DPE, I just used DPE's effect, and I called the one that the column was in, and funny enough, it was a Dimensional Barrier, and I'm glad I hit that other than anything else. So when my turn started, he activates this trap. I honestly can't remember what it does, guys. I'm sorry. We were literally both reading all of our cards as like this game was going on. But it was the final round, and we both knew neither one of us was gonna top. I probably would have topped if I would have just said something about my opponent possibly slow playing me. But let me know what you guys think, because I honestly feel like I got cheated out of that. But I had a lot of fun. As you can see, yeah, I impermed the one that was gonna it was gonna do something to DPE, like bounce it back, and then another effect was gonna happen. Hey, he really did not want Phoenix to be there, and then I used Phoenix effect because I knew the Chalice was there, because he tried to activate it when I was using DPE to pop a spell or trap, but I was like, it's a quick play. You literally just said it this turn, so he's like, oh, that's right, and but then as you can see, the boy Shining NEOS Wingman comes out, and he just, unfortunately, almost everything on the board was light. So I only had light and dark, so I was only able to destroy 2 cards. So I just got rid of the back row, and I believe one of the monsters. But Shining NEOS was at like 5. He was like 5,000 attack. Like, he was huge. And I decided to attack the Scythe because, I mean, with everybody knows basically NEOS. Look, I just wiped the board and I was able to swing for game. Like, it was perfect. On to game 3, he goes first. He basically makes the same board from game 1, basically. And I don't think I opened up any hand traps this time. I did open up Ultimate Slayer, which, if you guys watched my box opening, which I hope you did, you guys saw I pulled the Starlight Rare. I actually traded that for 2 Starlight Stratos with some other stuff. But I figured, I was like, I knew Ultimate Slayer is probably going to go up in price. And I was like, man, I know it's going to go up and it's going to suck. But I was like, you know what? I'm a hero player. And also, I would rather have 2 Starlights than 1. So now we got a play set of Starlight Stratos, which you guys will see in the deck list probably tomorrow after you guys see this. Or possibly tonight. Well, yeah, as you can see, I played the Ultimate Slayer, got rid of my Abyss Dweller. I normaled Shadow Mist, I believe, to mass change for Dark Law, because time of the round was almost up, and he played a card that made him lose like 800 life points, and then I just swung for, I believe, 20. I forgot how much attack that card had, but I know he took like 20. I took 2,000, but anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Almost at 1K. Hit the like button. Comment down below. I'd like to see what you guys have to say. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one.